Happy New Year as soon as my commercial ends. That's just great. Waiting for the commercial to end. Oh no, not wait, I should have enough cosmetics. Finishing up my Ritz. Happy New Year. Happy New Year! Yay! I don't know how you all spent yours, but mine was spent being sick because I now have a cold. Not really doing much. My husband and I cooked a little, and then I kicked him out and sent him over to go play with his friends because I'm not a very social party person. Parties don't work for me. I don't do well with them. So I sent him to go have fun on our behalf, and he did. And then I just went to bed around 12 something. Wasn't really thinking about the new year. It doesn't really do anything for me, I guess. I just have never been much for holidays in general. I apologize for this cough. I'm not going to be able to mute it every time it comes because I don't know. Dawn Bat. I don't know when these coughs are coming. I want to thank Colos Angel and Burgess McBride. Yes, he was a happy boy. I was glad he went out and played. Literally, he went to go game with his friends. It's just not me. You know? I'm not that kind of person. I don't like to party. I like to sit at home and play on video games and do genealogy, and that's about it. No, actually, that's not true. I did a bunch of reading yesterday. We sat down with a Civil War book. I have such a backlog of books that I need to read that I haven't really gotten any time to really get into. Oh, Griff, I want to show you something. This is my Union Bear. Ha 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 ha. I bought it, no genealogy games. I bought my Union Soldier Bear at, I want to say in Georgia at the General. Do you know the General train? The Fabulous Story of the General. They also had Union and, let me see if I can pull up the story. I'm sure Griff knows it, but he may be the only one. The General. They made movies about it. A locomotive. Here we go. During the Civil War on April 12th, 1862, the General, which is a train, was commandeered by Northerners at Big Shanty, now Kennesaw, Georgia, and abandoned north of Ringgold after being pursued by William Allen Fuller on the Texas, which was another train. Low on water and wood, the General eventually lost steam and pressure and speed and slowed to a halt 2 miles north of Ringgold, where Andrews and his raiders abandoned the locomotive and tried to flee. What they don't tell you about is that the guy who was chasing him, William Allen Fuller, actually was the conductor of the General. So he was eating lunch or something when they took his train, and he was so pissed that he hopped into another train, drove that one until he couldn't drive it anymore. I think it ran out of gas or something, whatever coal, whatever fuel it had. He switched into another train, rode that one backwards after the General because it was backwards on the track. So he actually for miles went backwards. Then he eventually got off of the train and chased them on foot. And he eventually caught the train. And they got the General ran out of gas and whatnot and stopped. And it was just really funny. Excuse me. So, hey, Nana. So the general is still exists. It's been restored. It's in Big Shanty. Hey, Bushi. Happy New Year, everyone. And so I went to go see it because it's an awesome little item. So I went little. It's huge. I even bought a Christmas tree ornament there, so I could. I don't know. I went to Georgia and did. I did the March to the Sea. I traced each town. Yes. I didn't follow any guidebooks or anything because I knew where I was going. If you saw my research, you'd not be surprised at all at what I'm saying here. So I followed them all the way to the sea, took pictures and notes, and eventually, hopefully, that will be part of my book. But yes, Happy New Year to everyone. Hopefully this year will be better than the last, at least in the U.S., but I don't have much hope. I do not have much hope. I think the best thing that we can do is just, I'm going to break into some little politics here, but the best thing we can do is hold the impeachment so that McConnell can't, ruin things, and just go have the election and see what happens. And that's that. So, no more politics from me. I broke my rule there. Excuse me. I was telling everyone I have a cold, so. But I promised everyone that I would stream today, so I'm streaming today, even though I have this cold thing. I always get sick. It doesn't matter what I do. It's the immunosuppressants I'm on for my arthritis. It's the it's the side effect of not really even having my arthritis even be handled yet. The minimal amount of treatment that I get actually just does this to me. So, not exactly making sense today, and I apologize for that. I'm just finishing up this last set of writs, and then we're moving right along, and we'll start looking at houses. Can you see I've been holding on to some certain types of, what are they called? Surveys? Kind of like all of my enchanting and alchemist surveys have been sitting here for I can't tell you how long. Kind of embarrassing, but what are you going to do? All right, no enchanting, so let's grab the consumables. Those. That. Eat those, and then we go. I fixed my, well, I didn't fix. Cardi fixed my login problems, folks. Let me show you what was happening. Happy New Year, Vic. Some of you, hi Funky. The funny thing is that some of your names show up as dark blue to the point where I can't even read it. I don't know why it does that to me on my screen. I use the overlay so that even though I have two screens, I use an overlay so that I can see stream chat right in front of me. I find that if I have it over here on my second screen, I miss things that you guys say, and that's not what I want to do. I have two official houses for the the showcase, but I have plenty of others that we can look at. What had happened was I put up something about the showcase saying that I wanted people to give me houses for it, to tour it, but then I realized I didn't give people a lot of time, and it wasn't really an easy topic to start with, so I deleted my post about it, or asked Zoss to delete my post about it, and so any entries that I got for people wanting to be part of the showcase were from people in Discord, so it's limited. If I didn't say so, thank you, Burgess McBride and Colos Angels, for the follows. I'm glad you got to see me look at your homes. Burgess had a perfectly good example of, it was for Christmas because it was the Christmas star, but he had a beautiful light theme in his home. So did Twantle, actually. They both had kind of different takes on the same idea of the Christmas star. So anyway, I contacted Cardi and I said, listen, Cardi, I can't load my game anymore. It just isn't loading when I have both EHT and MM on. It never loads. And half the time when I have MM off and just EHT on, it doesn't load. And I don't know why. And now it's lagging just to make me look stupid. So he figured out what was wrong. And he mailed me literally like the next day, which was awesome because I know how busy he is. Let me just reload UI because I forgot to turn on EHT because I'm that much of an idiot. Yeah. So, first trick about EHT, if you are the kind of person like me who feels that you are having trouble logging in because of it, you see this here, this Essential Housing Tools Saver. His recommendation was, if you're having trouble logging in, this is going to be the big drag on your on login. So just turn this off. You won't have as many backups available to you, but it will still work and you'll still be able to log into the game. The second trick is this. For every one of your homes that you have EHT in fact, I think for any one of your homes that you've ever edited since you had EHT, it will save by default the last 100 things you did so that you can undo them. So for each one of my 30-something houses that I had done any work on, the last 100 items that I had done, moves, changed, additions, whatever, had all been saved. He had me change that to 10. Who needs 100 things to go back to? Okay, no problem, Bayushi, thank you. I don't need 100 moves to move back to. 10 is more than enough. So we changed that to 10, deleted all of the old ones, and reloaded, and all of my problems went away. So it's clearly that it was saving too much data that I didn't need. And so I don't know if you guys are having login troubles with EHT. Probably not, because you probably don't have as much data as I do. But feel free to turn that off if you're having trouble. I hope you guys are having a good New Year's Day. I don't know how your New Year's Eve went. Mine was quiet. I didn't do much, except get on the forums and complain about mold. As I do. I went and complained about the Lucky Cat and the Potentates both having horrible mold problems. This is true, but it seemed that the biggest problem was actually this. Go into settings, look at add-ons, go to Essential Housing Tools, and you scroll down to where is it? This, change tracking and undo redo. This was set to 100. So change it to 10 if you're having trouble logging in, or whatever number less you want. I think 10's more than enough. And then I did reset all change history. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that I was right about that. It reloads in, no problems. Everything goes just beautifully fine. So that was that's what I was complaining about, and that's what got fixed, and now I don't have problems logging in, which is great. We are going to look at a rando, and then we shall move on to looking at themes of light, hopefully. All right, I apologize for my voice. I have a cold. I don't know a Drucifer, so let's try that one out. Drucifer 665. That sounds like it's not going to be a bright and happy house. Just with the name. Reminds me of Saint Lucifer, 666. So maybe it's like one number off from the devil. Yeah. I am no fun today. Again, apologies. Izzy? She? It? Good morning, Peace Wibby. I hope you are all having a nice, restful morning home. My guy isn't up yet, as usual. He doesn't usually get up that early in the mornings on weekends because he works really hard. All right, signing in. We've got, excuse me falling off of a mountain. You know, I've got to say, like, pushing the fog away was the best thing that I've done because look how beautiful these views are. Okay, so we've got a little battle station up here. I never know which direction to start in here, in Pariah's. This appears to be somewhat a crafting area, but not with real, oh, there are some real crafting tables, okay. This is where we store the people. Creepy. I know I will never have that door, and that makes me sad. Okay. I'm confused by everything. This is that little room down in the bottom of Pariah's. It's so dark in here, it's really hard to lighten up. I like what they did there as almost like part of a headboard with the crystal. Oh, it's a bathtub. Interesting. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't mute it because I'm not that fast. I'm coughing before I know I'm going to cough. All right. I'm lost in here. There's just so much going on. These are, I guess, are barracks. And this is the back. Ooh, look at the boat. That's actually a really nice place to put that boat. Even though it looks like Malakath is going to chop it in half. Why is Malakath's head on fire? Is Malakath mad? Very interesting backyard. It almost reminds me of like when kids play with G.I. Joes, how they like set up whole little like scenarios where, you know, they have, oh, we're going to have the guys attack over here. So we're going to set up all of the flaming oil over here. And then we're going to put up something over here. And, you know, just that kind of thing. Reminds me of that. That is by no means an insult. It's actually a compliment because I like when people have the kind of imagination that allows them to do that. Think like that and tell stories. A lot of times with writing classes, they tell you that that's the kind of thinking you need to do to write well, which means I'm screwed, but that's all right because I don't think like that. All right. I don't know if any of you write. Like, is that, I don't know what you guys do for your creative hobbies other than build. Excuse me. Okay, so we have Gender Foxes is suggested that I go to their exorcised as a light themed or a new clean theme or a New Year's Eve themed house. So I mean, there's a couple of them that I noticed in my own lists that are listed as light, cheerful, clean, new, you know, new feeling. All of those are ones that I think would be fitting. It's an interesting choice to have exorcised because exorcised is so dismal to begin with that I'm curious to know what exactly, you know, how did they change it in such a way to make it lighter and brighter and cheerier for the new year. Clean slate. I don't know about you guys, but my vegan diet, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I am jealous that you had a quiet hubby night. I sent mine away, Nana. I did send a picture of the mail that I sent you to. I sent a picture of it to a friend of mine, and he made fun of me. He's like, "Why are you summarizing 80s cheesy songs to somebody else in game?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is really light and beautiful." And I was like, "Because I want to. Shut up. It was funny." I sent Nana Terra a mail with Jamora bows motif because that's what she's been looking for. And I actually put in it a whole song. I actually wrote her a song in it. It's actually quite amusing to me. Let me pull it open because you guys will get this. If you're a child of the 80s, you will get this. And you will appreciate it. Because then you would be just as much of a dork as me. All right. Add window capture. It's funny to me. All right. So this is what I sent. This is what I sent her. I don't know if you can read it. But essentially it's the theme song to the Golden Girls, but I changed it to be for her. And it cracked me up so hard, and I apologize for that, but it was funny to me. And my friend made fun of me for it. I don't know why that came into my head when I was writing you that email. It was just really strange. Now, this is a little dark, but at the same time, you still have the flowers next to it, which kind of brightens it up. This is a really beautiful home. The sky looks incredible, too. That's EHT. But you can see, like, there's even, like, beams of light coming from behind the tree, just very faintly. It's beautiful. Happy New Year, everyone. We're looking at light, just things that might inspire us to think of the new year in cheery, light ways or clean ways or whatever. Hopeful ways. We need to be cheery. Or at least, you know, have faith, have hope. Oh, look at this. What a clever idea. I like this a lot. I would sleep here. Except for the spider webs. Maybe I wouldn't sleep here. It's tempting, but the spider webs might not work for me. I'm sorry I'm being so quiet. It's a combination of like hold. At the same time, I am trying not to be too loud because my husband's still asleep. You gotta wonder what happened here, right? Does somebody get like sucked below? Is this in fact quicksand? If I stood in here, would I just melt? No, I'm not gonna stand there that long. And then beautiful view of the surrounding area, which I like a lot. So yes, this is a very cheery to me take on the Enchanted, which is otherwise kind of a depressing area. I mean, the Exorcised, not the Enchanted. So the other one was if she put it under her name, Praxis. I can never remember what Praxis puts her name under. If she puts it under Praxis or not. No. I hope it's under Praxis. I think it's Heather Miney, but I can't remember. Maybe next. Nope. 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 No permission. I've got to ask her at some point. All right, so I have other stuff ready to go. So I'm being boring today. I apologize. I'm trying so hard, but my throat is killing me and I'm not feeling cheery. So, believe it or not, we're going to another Exorcised, but this one is by Awaken, and they also made it very light. Which actually shouldn't surprise me too much. Some people are managed to do the most amazing things. But I mean, I tend to think of 2019 as a rather dismal year. I don't know about you folks, but I don't think it was a very positive year. You know, I wonder how people during World War One or World War Two felt like when at the end of the year. Hey, Sarafi. You know, were they happy that the previous year was over, or were they like just too depressed to celebrate it all? You gotta wonder. I wonder. Because it's like, you know, what about people going through the Great Depression? How did they feel around the holidays, around New Year's Eve? I suppose It's a Wonderful Life was supposed to be reflective of the Great Depression, but that was Christmas. So here's a very light take on, also with that beautiful, like, you see how the sun is coming through the branches? It's just so natural looking. It's really cool. All right. Little table set up here. This is a very beautifully light take on Exorcised also. But still magical, you know? You've got the little horse over, the little antelope guy. Reindeer? What the hell are these guys? They are reindeer, right? I don't know what they are. So, lots of crystals. Oh, there's a tree house. Oh, look how pretty. That's just so simple and beautiful, isn't it? I really like that. This is very pretty. Check out that view. I'm sort of like just entranced with my the fog remover or the fog pusher backer. You see, it leaves the fog in where the fog should be, but it lets you see further. It pushes the fog back so that it gives you just a much better view, I think. So it's like every vista seems to be just so much more pretty, so much prettier. So for my lighthouse, I'll just quickly show you my glow house. Most of you have seen it, but it'll be quick. I won't spend much time there. I also switched over my psjic back to, I closed off the Christmas area. Christmas is done. Christmas is gone. Moving on. Sorry guys, I'm just not doing good. So the next one after this will be Bay's Linchal, which is glowy. I wrote down. Glowy and light. Those work. I'm so sorry. We're looking at, I was basically just looking at people who had light or cheery or clean themes, anything that might reflect, excuse me, my throat, anything that might reflect a new year, a positive outlook on a new year. You know what I mean? So this is my glow. This is my glow house. And that is a little dismal, but at the same time, like, the lights are supposed to be cheery. Not sad. Besides, my Guar is happy. This is like perfect swamp weather for him. He's thrilled. So, okay. So we'll go to Bay's Linchal. If anyone has anything they want me to look at, I'm happy to. It does not have to fit a theme very strictly. Yes, but that requires me logging over to you. All right, I can do it after I'm done here. Bayushi. Which one is the observatory prior? Like, which? Is that the dragon one? Like, which one is that? No, that was... I can't keep track. Anyway, so this is Bay's Linchal. And look how pretty. You can just see from here. Clockwork. I don't remember that. Maybe I haven't seen it. Bayushi. Or are you talking... No, I know what the observatory prayer is. I meant... I didn't know... Because she does, like... Bayushi does, like, things like, you know, flight simulators or dragons or... Okay, I don't know what that is. So I haven't seen it. So this is Bay's Linchal. And... This is beautiful. Oh, no, it's fine. You're fine. I appreciate the help, because more often than not, I have a brain fart. But this time it wasn't. For once. Okay, she did put stuff up there. That view. That is a really beautiful view. I'm just happy with the lack of fog. That's all. I keep saying it, but it's true. This is just so floral and pretty and lit up, and I had someone complaining to me that they entered some contests where the theme was kind of open, but they went with a dark theme, like a very dark and depressing kind of theme on purpose, like more scary than anything else. But it was well thought out. And they went up against two very pretty floral themes, and they lost. Oh, okay. Works for me. And they were upset because they're like, oh, I can never win against those kinds of builds. And I was thinking about it, and they're probably right. Look at how pretty that is. I really like that touch. Sorry. That's interesting. Putting the Daedric, like, warp thingy, having it look like it's sucking the dog up. Weird. But cool. And I figured that's probably true. It's probably harder for people who don't go with the standard light pretty to succeed. And it made me think of you a little bit, Bayushi, because your builds are often not standard. And I think sometimes you almost are punished by that. These are those beautiful gold and blue trees, but you hardly ever see them intertwined. So it looks really good intertwined. Usually people separate them for whatever reason. I also like that they did the lighting from below for the statues. So I think at night that would probably be gorgeous. You see how it's lit from below with like that firelight? Very pretty. I do, however, feel like Debella is being violated by that tree. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yours are non-standard, and I think that that's part of the problem is for both of us. Is that sometimes we're being punished. I mean, am I the only one who thinks that Debella's being a little bit violated here? I mean, the sticks... Anyway, we'll just pretend like that isn't happening. I'm so sorry. I'm not high energy. I actually am. I just can't talk that loud. Yeah. We have to build for ourselves. That's the most important thing. Check it out. She's just chilling back here, hiding. Nocturnal. This person has multiple sets. And I think it works. It's just interesting. You know, I was talking to Ninja Monkey last night, and we had looked at his build yesterday, and he said he had 20 moon gates in one of his houses. 20. I mean, I don't even remember how much money each of those are, but that is a lot of money. Forgive me here for a moment. I'm going to be sending things to, I got to send things to Burgess McBride and Colos Angel because they just followed. I like to send people presents. There we go. Both done. Yeah, no, you're right. So this interior seems a little less decorated, but I have a feeling that, you know, the majority of the work was done on the garden outside, which is absolutely beautiful. I really love the lighting job. It seems like it'd be such an obvious idea, but alternating those blue and pink flowers so perfectly, I always feel like when I'm putting them up that I'm making them too perfect, like they're too exactly like the other shapes. I always want to turn them so that they're not identical, but it actually works. Putting them next to each other, like without turning them too much, it actually makes them look like proper lighting. So that is really interesting to me that I never quite realized that it works just fine that way. And look at the little touch. You can see down here how it looks like it's almost like a pot, and they put flowers in the pot. This is just a very cheerful build to me. Really beautiful. Cheerful and beautiful and nice. All right, next one, Lunar Champion, Katarina's Lunar Champion. And this one also should be florally glowy. Please also recognize that I apparently am at least 2 minutes delayed. And I'm sorry for that. Not intending to be so delayed. So I'm celebrating hope for the new year. And I don't know, do any of you have resolutions? Because mine is going to be going more vegan and trying to cut down on carbs. Trying to lose weight that way. Look how beautiful this is. I remember this one. This mixture is just so beautiful of, hey, open up, of the blue lights along with everything else here. I think, yeah, those are effects. So the lights here, okay. I think vegan is the way of the future, honestly. It's just gonna help us with so much with our illnesses. So these blue lights that are fading in and out are fairy dust from EHT. Peace, that's a wonderful one. Being more positive about yourself. That is a great idea. Do you ever see the effect from this? If you don't have it. Isn't it pretty? I like it. We should all be kinder to ourselves than we are. I am not nice to myself. I beat myself up. But then I try to realize that I am beating myself up. Okay, so all of these are open, so let's start with the first. That is an achievement furnishing, Kanzari's grave, I guess. It comes when you finish the first the quest line, I think. The whole quest line with Kanzari. Because Kanzari hangs out with you at one point. So this looks like a little bit of a sales area. thanks for the follow, Sternfinger. Yeah, this is a total sales area. Piece, that's so true, and I just beat myself up so hard. I feel fat, I feel ugly, I feel not good enough. You know, one of my friends is so smart, like scary smart, and I realized, you know, no matter how hard I try and how hard I work, I'm never going to be smart as this person. Even as educated as I am, I'm never going to be smart. And I have to just remind myself that I do have value, and just because they're smarter doesn't make them better than me, and vice versa. You know, it's like we're all different, and I try to have a positive view. I'm very generous when I look at other people with compliments. So why aren't I as nice to myself? I don't know. So I'm trying to be nicer to me. So you've got a great idea there. I like this. It's like you're going to be like napping back here. You know, okay, so here's one of those points where I get sad about building. All right, so see how beautiful this is? You could just like slink right into there, fall asleep, and sleep under this beautiful vista. And the sad thing is, this is not your real life. So, like, you can't do that. And it always makes me kind of jealous. Like, I wish I had a place like this in real life. I wish I could go and sneak underneath and have a nap out in the middle of nowhere, you know? Like, that would be wonderful. But that's the sad part of building, is that, you know, as idyllic and as gorgeous and as wonderful as these places are, they're not real. And we don't get to enjoy the real sense of peace that we would get being there, you know? And that makes me sad. But that's the only thing that makes me sad about it. Otherwise, I'm okay. I like the community, I like creativity, but there are no bugs except for torch bugs and butterflies. I have decided this. This is Tamriel. This is my Tamriel. There ain't no nasty bugs. That's a beautiful way of putting it, Sternfinger. Absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm so delayed that I'm responding to something that you probably said 2 minutes ago, Storm. I apologize for that. Look at this, look at this. I love this. You see how people put the lights, the meridian balls into the mouth of the different sculptures? That is so, I've done that once before, but this is much better. This is perfect. No, it's on my end. I can see my screen. I can see my stream in the other window, and I'm so far behind that I know that we're delayed. So yeah, this is where I normally put those crystals when I'm doing that, but this is better, and it looks like they put a dream shard in these. Really? In my screen, I'm just going into the Moongrave Fane for the first time. And I'm way ahead of that. Maybe I'm more delayed than on my end. That's weird. Okay, so this is usually my least liked section, but yet this is really pretty. I'm actually really liking the way they did it. Okay. Doing. Okay, sorry. Dream shards. Dream shards are such a clever way of lighting, like spotlight in very small spots. You see it? You see the dream shard right there? Can you see it? That's partially lighting up how beautiful this is. Like, it looks like a ray of light is just reaching down and touching it, and I think it's because of this dream shard there. That's how they did it. Really, really pretty. Okay, I am officially leaving the Moongrave Fane. So let's see how lagged I am. I'll tell you when I do it on my other screen. Okay. So we're in the last section. And I am a huge fan of this section, mainly for the view. The view is spectacular. Yeah. Oh, you see me in the next place? I don't. I'm still in the first place in mine, or the second place. Huh, you're ahead of me. You're ahead of my own stream that I'm seeing. That is so weird. Look at how beautiful that is. I know. I'm seeing it on the other screen. I haven't left the Moongrave Fane yet. Now I am. Now I'm leaving the Moongrave Fane on my other screen. Isn't that crazy? This is so beautiful. I just went in the house. But yeah. It's way behind me. That is gorgeous. So here we are. We're done with this house. I think it's beautiful. Katarina did a fabulous job on that. Very cheery. I'm checking. Maybe if I reload my screen, I won't be as delayed. Hold on. Try to find my next one. I'm dying. Dying. Oh, great. So now it's showing me a commercial. What panels? Let me see. No, that's part of it, I think. Isn't it? No, I think that's part of it. I'll check. I'm checking. I'm checking. Checking. Yeah, we'll go over to EU in a few. I'm just checking. Okay, there's one more here I want to do. Okay, so this is my halls. So let's see if that's the original or not. Anyone want to make me less sick, please? I would like to not be sick. Okay. Yep, that's part of it. This is the standard house. Oh, I left my Tawaka's prayer in there. I don't know why. Yes, EHT. If you put EHT here, Essential Effects, go into Effects, and then select Sound and Music. See this? Sphere of silence, sphere of silence, sphere of silence, different kinds of spheres of silence. So you don't hear anything. If you do that, you hit the sphere, it'll place it, and then you can you can make it bigger or smaller or whatnot. You see the sometimes you'll see the blue light that shows up. Here it looks like a black mark, but you can make the size bigger or smaller. So that's how much Yeah, that's the only way. I'll try to answer all of the questions about EHT. I really have no problem trying to answer them, but um, this is how you do silence. The other way to do it, which is easier, um, is this. You can add, under effects, do Hymn of the Stars. That changes the whole sound of the song in this area will be Hymn of the Stars, which is a very quiet sound, and you won't hear anything else. So the effects are really simple in that sense. These are really easy to work with. The other ones that are really easy to work with are sky overlays. So like, you know, this isn't going to look right because of the the way that this area is built in the game, but there's other things you can do, like Aetherius will look right. Maybe not. You can't do it. You can't do it well here. Too many problems. Can't do a sky here. But there are other areas where you can. But those are super easy. You can add all sorts of super easy stuff, like, you know, here's a cat. You can have a frog. See the froggy just showed up? I'll try to get a bigger one. That's small. You could get a vulture griffin. See him? He pops up. A pink pig. All of those things are very easy to make. These Hackochet lanterns, aren't they beautiful? You can get them. I like them. Here's the lit ones, and they look real. You really can't tell the difference, can you? I can't. I just love these Hackochet lanterns. And look how they move. They drift, right? Beautiful. So, yep, they look real, don't they? So it's definitely worth playing with. If I were you, I would go and do that. It's very simple to do some of these. And these are lit, so they look lit when the lighting is right. When you get in here, one of the things people do, you see how these walls are moldy and disgusting? Well, if you pick building materials, pick geez, you could pick almost anything. But say you used these planks, right? Now, I'm going to fix this, so don't worry. You got to just find the right size for it. That might not be good. Let's try a different one. Something that does better with tiling. Well, you could do this. So this is all you really need to get to know to start doing this, is really just what you're going to be doing is just messing around with arrows, pretty much. Once you put the effect in, you're just going to mess around with arrows until you get it where you want it to be. Then you can mess with the lighting so that it's not as bright and fake looking. So you've got, like, sorry, I need to make this better. So you've got a much more realistic looking piece here. And then you would, this is just wainscoting, so you would put something else over it. You know, there's so many different textures nowadays that you can play with that make things look better. You know, when you consider how nasty the walls are, this is a good one. The walls are so friggin' nasty in here. There's different... There you go. Here we go. Here you can almost not tell that there is a new wall here when I get it to the right size. And the right rotation. You know what? This back wall is not flat. Yeah. Okay, so that's one. You know, and I haven't put much time into making this look perfect, but you can make it look darker or lighter. Hi, Happy New Year. There's lots of different things that you can do with it and make it look real and no longer nasty ass mold. And the interior of this home now looks far less poisonous. So it's like, depending on what effect you use, effects are so simple to use comparatively to the rest of the stuff. Don't mess with the other stuff when you're starting. Just play with the effects. See what it does. See what you can build. You know, look at all these little things that you can make. You could put real windows into the wall, like stained glass windows. Stendar is going to go in the wall now. So instead of these nasty windows, I know, believe me, I am the one who is complaining the loudest right now. So we've got Stendar here. Stendar is going to be beautiful shortly and smaller. Now, if I spent the time to really get this just right, you'll see what I'm getting at. You know, you could put stained glass in or other windows. This is just an example, you know. So you've got a much prettier wall, windows, whatever. This I think looks the best though. Just throwing it up quickly, I think it looks good. So there you go. That's just some options for you. Excuse me. I'm gonna get on EU. Even though I have some more here, I want to make sure that I get to Bayushi, who is so kind and patient. And I want to make sure if my husband wakes up that he will get me coffee because I am dying. All right, messaged him. All right, let's go to EU. I have a bunch I can show you on EU too. So, let me go. Man, I think I have a fever. And I even took Theraflu. And I still feel like I'm dying here. All right. Add-ons. We need EHT. Ports a friend. That should be it. I don't need Votan's Fisherman on. Okay, I'll be right back. While this is loading, I'm going to have a quick bio break. I'll be right back. Don't be a weenie. I have returned. It is so. Okay. Dying. Do. Okay. So, we are here. Let us go to... Are you here, Bayushi? If you exist, let me know. Otherwise, I have others I can visit. In fact, let us do a rando on EU. Is anyone there? Is there anybody out there? Okay. And Wesson in Palatine, Turkale. This is the rando. All right. Go to yours after the rando. Hi, Garish. I'm on EU. I just switched over so that I could look at Bayushi's after I finish this. Random. Which randoms tend to be quick, even though this is potentates. Unless this is like Ninja Monkey's potentate, I think we're going to be quick. Okay. Ninja Monkey found a way to go into the alternate universe in this house. 103 out of 700, but lots of effects. Yay! I'm in love already. Wow. I love the effects already. Oh, whoops. This is a nice trophy house, too. Oh, there's so much going on in here. I'm a fan. Look at the paintings. Little library. Just a tiny one. Oh, wow. This is wild. Okay, so she needs to move these up or down by a pixel to make this stop flickering. Just select it and move it up or down by a pixel with EHT and it'll fix it. Yeah, I love it too. People who are wild with... My voice sounds different because I have a cold. Mr. Doom. Mr. Stabbity Doom just sent me a message saying your voice sounds different and I have a tickle in my throat. I'm like, yeah, my voice sounds different because I'm sick. Maybe, but I will shortly in a second tell you I can do that right now after we do this or after we look at it. It's easy, really easy, but I'll show you. Have no problem demonstrating anything. So this is the kelp background that okay, two things. First, this is the kelp background. But secondly, yes, I'm changing into a monster. Look at the angle forward, okay? You might think that's a mistake, but then you realize she's done it on all, she or he has done it on all of them. You know when you hang a painting on a hook and it sort of like angles down up against the wall like that? I feel like they may have chosen to do that on purpose to simulate hanging a painting on a normal wall, like more realistic than flat up against the wall, which I think is such a lovely touch. I'm a big fan of this. When people really give such thought to what they're building as they put into that, I love it. I'm a fan. This makes me happy. So yeah, would you pay tons and tons of crowns for this moldy ass broken down wall? If you will, one of my suggestions would be, and I said this on the forums this morning, is start from the beginning and then just put walls all the way through. So you go through a direct line right down here, keep going, and skin the inside. Just don't even build into the rest of the house. Just skin this and then go right outside because nasty. Nasty. You're going to get sued for mold inhalation. That is good to know. But it also looks real to me. I mean, like, if that's... I don't know. Did you guys see the picture I posted with... Or did you see the house and how it... You can see just how amazing this looks from below? This crystal? It's a sin. It's an absolute sin that you can't see it from here, you know? Because it's just flippin' gorgeous. If you go to the forums and look at my post about mold remediation, picture is in here, and it's gorgeous. Look at the water. I didn't realize the water did that. Where you jump in and out and it gets like super shiny. Huh. Who knew? Alright. So, I don't think this outside is decorated anyway, so let's go to Bayushi's. Are you there, Bayushi? And then we'll do the movement thing. I'm assuming you're there. Yeah. On my way. Oh, I forgot to put my reindeer. Wow, okay. I forgot to put my my New Year unicorn on. Hello. Hi. All right. Let's do this. Oh, I've been here, but not animated. I shall follow you. Beautiful, though. You changed the coloring. The lighting to be darker. Oh, look at those. Look at what you did with the water. Oh, beautiful. Is that stone? I do too. And I also love the meaning behind it, the LGBTQ and stuff is nice. All right, what am I doing? Or not doing that I should be doing? Oh, he left. Where'd it go? What is it bobbing for? Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I know how you did it, and it's beautiful. These things take so much time. So what she must have done with these glowy floors, this purple, is just sunk down the water effect that she turned purple to where to just underneath the water. So just underneath the flooring, so that these little bits glowed. So that would be how you would do that if you wanted to. And then this is just a area for crafting. And you see all of the fairy dust floating around. That's also EHT. And you can change the color of any effect. So that's why some of them are pinkish and some of them are full-on purple. It's because you can do that. It is a gorgeous effect. All of it is just a gorgeous effect. I'm following you. I'm not going anywhere until you show me. Oh, wow. You spent a fortune. You spent a fortune on achievement furnishings, didn't you? Okay, these are those nodules you can get from the crown store. Oh no! What are you getting turned into? Bayushi. I'm scared. Did you see that? What's happening to her? Did it suck out your life force? Oh my goodness. It may have. Wait, what? You have no soul now. What will you do? This is also an effect, by the way, I believe, that you can add. Why? Why will you suicide, lady? Oh, wow. That's amazing. I am impressed. Deeply impressed. This is gorgeous. And it really does fit my theme, too, because look at that lighting. This is incredible. So explain to me what's going on here. Oh, more. More of these lasers. Should I not come down there? Oh no! Okay, that's kind of funny. I'm sorry. But that's funny. And I'm gonna die now. And it'll be hilarious. That's beautiful, but you didn't need to die. It might. That's beautiful. Why did you make it so you had to die? Wow, Bayushi, this is really stunning. And the middle piece, that's one of those lights that the lights of Maria thingies. I like that it keeps rotating. Is that a circling animation? Like, does it keep it going? It's a trap. Do I have to turn into like a fish person now that I say it's a trap? It's really beautiful. All right. So is that it, or should I stick around? I have others I can show. I just didn't want to take off on you, and if you had more to show. Don't want to be rude. You're insane. You're an insane person, you know that. I believe it. I really do. And you're really insane. Okay. Don't know why I wrote this weird thing, but let's go to this house. So, this is the brand psjic, and I wrote that it's a filled-in back room. I don't know what that means. Which is your coldharbour. That purple is beautiful. The Tron one? I'm trying to think if I've seen it. Must not have. Let's look at this one real quick, and then I'll head over to coldharbour and see it. It'll be the Bayushi show. So this is Ezekiel Araman, 695 out of 700 items. Don't know why I didn't sign in the first time, but I apparently didn't. I don't remember it. I must have, I think I've seen it. Did I sign your guest book? Okay. So this one I've seen, and I I didn't think those ropes were that long. How did they add additional rope length? Is that an effect? I'm not sure how they did that, honestly. Those lamps do not have, you can see it's joined at one point, but I don't know what they used on the other end to make it longer. You think those are coldharbour chains? Probably. Probably right. J Hart would be so disappointed. I mean, I thought about a citadel, but it does look different. So that's an effect underneath. I thought you were just very mad. You're like, or this. Closed off the back room like this. Look at it, all the display cases with the toys in them. It looks really good with the miniatures. That's been new since I got here. But you see those books? Those are all effects. It's such a great way to add books without adding item count. Really, really smart idea. I've used it in 1 or 2 areas, and I really like how it comes out. Sithis. Oh, this is what I meant. I don't think so, but it does tell you how many items are used, but it doesn't tell you what items. Not, see, look, they filled it in, so there's no pool. So this is all flat flooring, and then you put the they put the stairs here and stuck Sithis there. So there's no pool in here, which kind of kills off the whole pool aspect, which is like kind of one of the big sellers, but at the same time, it's really different. And I've never seen anyone else do that, where they've closed off the pool. Oh, you can still get down there. Look at that. They just added another level. That's cool. But it's all machinery. See, you live and learn. New thing. Yeah, this is very good. All right, I'm going to come to you, Bayushi. Wait, what am I doing? I could just go by group. Yeah, I like it too. Excuse me. So this is Tron by Bayushi, and Bayushi clearly has put this as animations and EHT FX because Bayushi is really good at them. She's also a really nice person. Why do I remember that? I seem to remember the beginning, if nothing else. Have I signed it? Yeah, I've been here, but I don't think I've been here with these colors. I'm going to take my time a little bit because this is beautiful. But I will follow you. So whenever you're ready. My ex-husband would love this. Yes, you are. Don't even. You're both nice and good at this. I'm not lying. I don't lie. All right, just stand there then. Okay. Oh, wow. That's pretty amazing. My ex-husband would be going nuts right now. He really would. I'm going to send him pictures to make sure he goes nuts. I don't like his new wife. That's beautiful. I shouldn't say that. I don't know her. But she annoyed me with her behavior when I went out there to visit. Dangerous. Do you change this to orange at one point? Can I press buttons and make things happen? Will I die? I made something happen. She shouldn't have been. I was over it. Oh my goodness. But she was being a bitch because she was like, she insisted that that when I met her, that she was going to kiss my ex-husband in front of me when she walked in through the door. And I'm like, why? Why do you need to do that? Like, what are you trying to prove? And then the second thing that was annoying was I was staying for just a couple of days, and we were supposed to meet for dinner, but she wimped out of that. Whoa, I'm gonna die! Oh, this is cool. I'm stuck in the wall, though. That's not good. I'm stuck on the wall. I'll come back up. So that was part of it. But then she canceled on dinner, but insisted that my ex-husband leave me, who was only going to be out for like 2 or 3 days, come out to see her for dinner, so that, because she was upset that she was alone. And it's like, I'm only going to be out for a little while, you know? It's like, I'm not after my ex-husband, okay? Like, I'm happy to meet you, but no, she didn't want to meet me, and then she wanted to have a booty call in the middle of my visit, and it's just disgusting. I don't know. I was just not impressed by that at all. It irked me. We had broken up like a year before, or maybe a year and a half, and then he married her after that. But I'm going to tell you the truth. He married her in the same Vegas casino that we got married. Really. I've proposed to her in the same place that we got married to, which is the same place that he proposed to her. So it was just like, wow, you're a dick. Like, you know, it's like, I don't claim much in terms of like ownership when it comes to him, because he's you know, he's my ex. I don't have the need to control, but there's certain things that should be maybe not sacred but respected. How about not having the same exact wedding location, the same exact engagement location, you know, make me feel like everything was worthless because you're just going to use it again. I mean, he's still my friend, but it was a shitty thing to do, and I called him out on it, and he said that he was sorry, and I appreciated that, and I let it go. But I'm bringing it up now to just say to you, you know, eye roll. Yeah, this is beautiful and well done. I'm enjoying it, even if I'm not saying so. It reminds me very much of all the different challenges that it had in the second movie. Because I think the challenges in the second movie were a little bit more like this, but I may be wrong. I have not seen this before, so this is new to me. Beautiful. Did I miss any? I don't think so. Nope, got them all. Excellent, excellent work. She didn't know. Who was going to tell her? Me? I didn't talk to the woman. I didn't tell her. And frankly, I didn't care if her feelings were hurt. She's, I'm not required to like my ex-husband's new wife. I don't have to. It may be petty of me, but I don't have to like her. He's fine. We're fine. I left him. Things had been over for a long time before we ended it, like legally. I was already dating someone else. He was dating her. Everything was fine. But well, like good for her because he wouldn't make he wouldn't well, it would have been petty of me. Okay. It would have been petty of me to tell her, don't you think? And it wouldn't have been a nice thing for a friend to do is to bust him. I don't think. It's very blue. I like. I'm surprised you don't have something that like shoots me out into the air or kills me somehow. It's just one of those things that like I want him to be happy. I don't like her, but I don't hate her. I don't have any reason to hate her. She's making my ex-husband happy, the person who I want to be happy, the person who I left because I knew neither of us were happy. And I knew he needed to move on, and it was very painful. It was very painful for me to see someone else step in. But at the same time, like, like who am I to say, get my cake and eat it too? Whatever. I'm trying to pull something open, so hold on a minute. But he's, whatever, Merrillwich EU. Okay. Let's go to Merrillwich's Linchal. I'll get my EUs done that I haven't gotten a chance to do yet. All right. Merrillwich. That's what I was doing wrong. It's etch, not itch. I mean, look, she married a man that when I went through cancer was not there for me. When things were bad, was not willing to lift a finger because it was work. When anything good happened to me, he was jealous of it and wanted it for himself. She's got a lot of work on her hands. So if that's what she wants, let her have it. I'm not going to ruin her happiness. It didn't even occur to me to do because I'm just such not that a bitch. I just wouldn't do that. And besides, we left things on good terms as much as you can. So this is a freestanding bathroom or spa, I guess. Whoa, look at the effect here. That's really cute, making it foggy so that you don't have the effect isn't going off. The foggy thing isn't going away, is it? That's weird. Oh, I don't know that I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't care. It is what it is. What was that? That was a furnishing, right? Because when I was trying to turn the FX off and on, it wouldn't go off and on. So I couldn't figure out. That's the fog. Is that the witch's fog? Or a different fog? We are learning things today. I'm glad I'm getting some. That is what it. Okay, it's the witch fog. Yeah. So this is neat. I'm glad we're getting some EU in because like I have all these EU ones that I wanted us to see that I haven't had any time to get over here. But yeah, so I went to therapy for like 2 years to get over what went on with my ex-husband. So letting him go was not the easiest thing in the world, but it was the right thing, and I'm much happier with my husband now. And we were apart, like, my ex and I were divorced by like for 5 years or so before I married my current husband. So it was a good amount of time for me to get over it. I don't really care. I don't think about them much. This is more spa like. This is more spa. I would change this water though. If it were me, I'd make this a little more transparent. You can do that now. Probably when they did this, they couldn't change the transparency, but now you can. This is a really good kitchen. Lots of details. Lots of details. Getting divorced sucks. And I say this as both someone who's been divorced and someone who was was a divorce attorney for 10 years. Um, it's hard. It can be some of the hardest time of your entire life, and nobody wants to go through that. But at some point, you realize that nobody's happy. No one's going to be happy. And are you going to spend the rest of your life miserable? You know, you can try to make things work, but eventually you come to a conclusion that things are not going to work. You're not going to be able to fix it. All right, Nurhaze Psijic. um, so, like, while I don't recommend it, it's a necessary evil in some places sometimes, and depending on the relationship, of an absolute necessity. You know, abuse, drugs, whatever. We didn't have any of that, but we had someone who didn't interpret love the same way that I did. Oh, I loved it, Bayushi. Thank you. You know, it's funny. It's just you just don't. The way that I interpreted love is that, you sacrifice for love. I do anyway. Look, the ash is falling and the sky is different. That's awesome. Um, they used the summer's day, or the day, I forget the name one, partly cloudy, I guess, and then they changed it to pink, and then have it dropping ash. That's really cool. Um, but the way that I interpret love is that, you sacrifice for one another. You make sacrifices, even if they're small sacrifices. I don't really want to take you to the doctor today, but I'm going to do it because you have cancer, is a small sacrifice. Um, I don't want to live in a house. I want to live in a condo because of what your needs and your desires are. But, it's not a big deal. I'll live in a house, or vice versa. Somebody who is unwilling to make any kinds of sacrifices under any circumstances for their wants, um, is not the kind of person I want to be married to. And that person also, afterwards, he apologized to me, and he said, I never should have asked you to do anything you didn't want to do. I should have never asked you or had you move out to California with me, even though you didn't want to. It's like, no, you don't get it. People do things that they don't want to do for each other. Exactly. There are things that sometimes, maybe I didn't want to live in California. Fine. But maybe he'll be willing to live in a house then. It's like, maybe we'd have some sort of things that we can negotiate. I love this deck, by the way. I love how far out you can build. Yeah, I mean, he always wanted things his way, and I had no problem giving in on a lot of things, but I gave in on everything, and he was unwilling to give in on anything. And when it mattered to me was when I got cancer. When I got cancer, and he was unwilling to change what he wanted to do for me when I needed it, that's when the marriage was over. She can have that. Have fun. Hope nothing bad happens to you. My current husband would cut off his arm for me. I mean, he is the opposite of that. He's such a good man. He is so giving. He is a man who would give you the shirt off his back even if you were just a friend. So imagine how he treats me. He treats me like a damn princess. And the difference is, though, that I would sacrifice anything for him. So it's like, it goes both ways instead of just one way here. And, things aren't perfect. Nobody's relationship is perfect. But I will say that he is giving, so giving, so generous. With both his time, his abilities, his kindness. He's the good guy. I just heard him. I think he's getting it. No, I can't complain about that, Delicia. He honestly gets me coffee every day. I have no right to complain. I have no right to complain. When he goes to work, he drives right past the coffee shop. So since he comes home for lunch anyway, he stops and brings me coffee so that I don't have to go out. Which, I mean, I'm not lazy or anything, but it's a nice, convenient thing. So this is all closed off. What did I put this down for? I put inside second floor, inside room. Okay. One of these side rooms has that. Oh, no, that's not it. Maybe it's the other side room? Well, here's the thing. I clean, but I have RA. So I do like dishes. I'll do laundry when he lets me, because he's very particular, etc., etc. There was a second floor in here. It's gone now. But he and I had this discussion when I came in to the relationship that because of my illness and because I have the cash, I would like to get a maid to do the deep cleaning, to come in once a month to do the heavy, heavy cleaning. This one is missing the thing I wanted to see, so I'm sad. But let's go on to the next one. It's Sleek Creek, Shore Ales, Sleek Creek. And so I begged for that. I just said, look, I want to pull my weight, but my pulling my weight in this case means getting a maid because I am physically unable to get down on my hands and knees and scrub a tub or the floor without fucking myself up badly. And he said, I don't want a maid. Refuse to get a maid. Even if you pay for it, I don't want a maid. He's like, I'll do it. So he does all the deep cleaning. And I'm not comfortable with that because it ends up making me feel lazy rather than empowered. You know what I mean? And it's like he works so hard, and then he'll go and he'll scrub and he'll clean the whole house like that, and it kills me because I can't carry that load. But that's the way he is. He's stubborn. He wants to do things his way. But I figure, if he's stubborn and he wants to do it his way, at least he's doing it. If he's not doing it, then that's a problem. But he's doing it, so I can't complain that much. This is Cheery Coral Rebuilt, which is perfect for New Year's Day. Cheery Rebuild. And I love this. Look at this. Isn't this neat? I love this breaking it, like breaking it down into 3 pieces. Yeah, he's stubborn, but he's stubborn good, not stubborn evil. Is there a difference? So, second floor, all made of coral. I mean, you know, coral, I forgot what they're called. Slabs. And then the lovely view of this area. I need to redo my Sleet Creek. I just don't know what to redo it to. So here we go. Can we go in the house? We can go in the house. Oh, I'm not trying to stop him. Let him do what he wants to do. I mean, if it was a bad thing, I love this. This is very cheery and very happy. And thanks for the follow, Frianka. I need to write people's names down so that I send them things. All right, next. So that was Shoriel. Soul Kid 76. You're a year older than me. If you're born in 76. We have Svart 815 did a snugpod with a wooden floor that I thought was really neat. Sorry for the cold. Good. I like people around my age. Makes me feel less old to have more of me around. More of my age group around. I was born in 77. My friend is trying to bully me into telling you guys my birthday because he wants me, which is like a month away, because he wants me to share that information and let you guys celebrate it. But I'm like, I hate birthdays. Birthdays suck. So this is actually Snugpod. I did sign it. Okay. Can you believe it? I love the floor. It's such a simple but cute idea that really works because I really don't like the normal floor. And look at that. How did he even do that? Okay, I don't know how he did that. How did he make that round? Are those Paxes? Pax mushrooms just in a round circle? I'm thinking those are Pax mushrooms and logs. Or maybe Argonian chimneys in a circle. With the stems going outwards and then planks. So you can see upwards. Good. Everybody's my age or older. This pleases me. 15 effects too. I only count 1, 2, 2. Where are the rest? What are the other effects? They must all be upstairs. Can you get upstairs? I don't think so. How very strange. Interesting, though. I find this house so fascinating. It's subtle, too. Like you may not even realize that this door is reframed in mushrooms and logs. Oh, I'm sorry. I know, I want to go upstairs too, but it doesn't seem to have a way. Well, that's good. I prefer people my age. No offense to anybody younger. Just because it makes me feel less old. So Teasel did a Hall of a Lunar Champion in blue. So let's do that real quick. I'm trying to get all these ones that I had written down, actually like saved, seen, and then I can start working on new ones in EU, because I haven't, these are pretty old. Yep, Bayushi, you're the baby. Be happy while it lasts, Bayushi. I'm sorry if your wife is ill. We were just talking about my cancer and my ex-husband. My current husband was not in my life actively at the time I had cancer, so I can't really complain about him. All right, so this is Teasel, and this is Super Blue. Look at how beautiful this is. Huh. That's a good thing, though, looking young. I love how blue this is. All these achievement undaunted flowers and trees and lines and whatnot. Very beautiful. Let's go see if we can get into any of the rooms. It doesn't look like it. The first one's open. Oh, Delicia! Thank you. Even with my cold, you show up. I was wondering if they were going to go with different color themes, and I think they are. This looks red to me. The first front was definitely a blue, but this seems like it's got red touches, but not as red as the first one was blue, if that makes any sense. I'm dying here. So reddish pink, and then a bamboo lake, or a pond, or a pool, whatever you want it to be. Yep, I can't get in there. That must be where they have sexy times, because why else would you lock it off? RP area. ERP. Is that so with the salt lamps? The salt lamps aren't expensive. They've made them more affordable, I suppose. Alright, so this is the last section. Let's see if they decorated it. They may not have. Like mine is open but isn't. Well, yeah, moon sugar. Okay, so that was the blue, pretty front room. And then we have a freestanding, ambitious earthtear from, what's his name? Tim99 Blutfrost. They are not super pronoun. There's a super pronoun? I know what you meant. Pronounced, right? Sorry. I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm cranky. I'm sorry, Delicia. I have been complaining. I've been complaining like crazy about it. Not that I think that anyone's going to fix it, but this is Tim99 Bloodfrost, and this is a very ambitious build, which you can already see is true. This may be the one that I've already shown you with the precursors. If so, we'll go somewhere else. But I don't think so. I would have crossed it off if that were the case. I think. So all of that, all of the main part of the house is closed off. This looks like a Halloween build. Look at how crazy this is. This is, earthtear redone entirely. This is beautiful though. I mean, it's an eclectic mix. There's Daedric, there's Alinor, there's just this mixture of different styles. Somebody eats people. There's a Namira. So this is like all built out of the back part of earthtear. There's no... This is crazy. It's kind of... I often forget how much you can do with earthtear because most people don't build so much in the back portion, but you really can. And then this would connect down here usually with the left side, excuse me, facing forward. This would connect with the left side of the house because this is part of the house here. And then I think they made that. Yeah, I think that's made. Okay. So totally different take on an earthtear for sure. We're going to go to Trades Pariah's Pinnacle, which is freestanding. I just want to get as many of these EU ones seen while I can, because I'm not often here. What is it? Pariah's Pinnacle. But I may have to have more stuff. What's the word? Sick juice. Dayquil? No. Daytime Theraflu. Because I feel it wearing off. You know, those shards didn't used to cost, the moon shards didn't cost so much in the past. They used to sell at most for like 70K. And then all of a sudden they shot up for like another 100 on top of that. It's crazy. So this is Trade's house. And this is the entrance, very pretty. Oh, I wanted to say, if any of you are in a guild that needs people in it, but doesn't care if the person is completely inactive, please just shoot me an invite on EU. I'm happy to join it. I have no guilds. Yeah, no, it's true. So this is the crafting area. That's where I put my crafting area too when I originally had my house like that. Well, yeah, but then I would have to do building, and I don't have the time. Like, I barely have the time. Okay. I barely have the time to see, to do the ones on NA. And Jhart hasn't even said what his are going to be yet. So this was why I picked this house. This freestanding house here. I may be in that guild. I actually don't know. Whoops. Character, guild, Universal Traders is the only one I'm in. Oh, I mean, I would, as long as you just need the people, I'm easily kicked off because look at this freestanding. Isn't that amazing? It's like a ski lodge. It's a totally a Swiss ski lodge to me. That like angle, that or an IHOP. It's terrible. Shoot me whatever invites you want. Chalet. Sorry, all the Euros know what it's properly called. Look at the stairs. Somebody did this by hand. You can tell because it's not absolutely perfect, which is why it's awesome. Because the amount of work that goes into that. I love this. So this is entirely freestanding, a very creative build. I like it. Oh, look at this. Look at the fencing lighting here. That's great. A wall of fenced lighting. Okay, so I like this. Is Swiss Chalet better than Hamburger Hamlet? Hamburger Hamlet. Who was it that I saw in a Hamburger Hamlet in Beverly Hills? Conan O'Brien. Oh, you're insane, Bayushi. I can't do that with my issues. So, Pariah's Pinnacle has this obscenely obnoxious floor. You see this floor? It's so hard to place anything on it even. So I love when people like just say F it and completely refloor portions of it because it's so obnoxious. But look at what they did too. They made it an arena with all of these seats here. People watching from the arena. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, and then we've got some side views here. I'm glad I saved this house. This was definitely a worthwhile house. So they've added a second floor. And now you can look down. Thank you. Sorry. And now they can look down on what's going on on the stage. Isn't that cool? I'm really thrilled with this. This entire house is just so neat. Trade did a fabulous job. Thank you. So good. I'm glad I was able to show you guys. All right. Yes, Cromwell, you are absolutely right. 100% correct. All right, one last one, and then I'm going to call it because I am just going to be rando because I am sick and I don't feel good. Remember which I saw one from? Oh, wait, derp. Well, it's also why I ended up building out over nothing. Like my Pariahs is a floating castle because I hate that floor. And I blocked off pretty much the entire Pariahs otherwise. All right, time squid astern. I'm sorry, I'm so sick, guys. You know I am. I need to take some more stuff before I pass out. So Ravenhurst. Will they or won't they have a courtyard that's decorated? Okay, so it's lovely already. 310 out of 400, no effects. And where's the thing that pops up so I can click it? There it is. All right. Nope, no courtyard. They closed it off. Is this part of the house? This doesn't look like part of the house. I can't tell for sure, though. Either way, it's redone in a beautiful way. Okay, so this was a really short one, so we can do another one. But it's a lovely house with tons of detail and... Oh, they do have the courtyard. Derp. A little shrine area. Oh, they have a little section that lets you go. Okay, I love this now. I love this view. This view makes me so happy. I love when people add this second floor to it. You know, so you can see that the area is just stunning in this location. Silvervin, I've seen a lot of his stuff. Don't know Power 24. Can't visit Power 24. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I can show it to them in the next EU show because I mean I need to save some of your stuff for keeping people excited. Playful Kitten Linchal. And that's it. Yeah, I know, right? I'm surprised you didn't send your Lakemire back. I'm surprised you didn't like tell them this is crap, take it back. Because I know they would. I've seen them, you know, refund people for that before. Forgive me, I keep yawning. Okay, so this is Linchal. This is Playful Kitten. Got 538 items, 9 effects. Welcome and listen to my story. Once upon a time there was a nasty son of a bee who didn't want to play, so I've turned him into a frog. That will show him. No. Don't you wish? First of all, not everyone uses EHT, so when people come and visit your house and don't have it on, they can still see it. Secondly, you have to... If there's curved walls, like I think there's like circular curved walls in the inside of potentates, it's impossible to do the textures the way that you need to. You can only do it on a flat surface if you want to reskin with EHT. So it needs to be... So this is obviously a crazy house on purpose. Because that's Sheo right there. One day the frog met a princess and retrieved her golden ball for her. It tells a story. The cheeky bee demanded he could drink, eat, and sleep with her. Whoa, that night. He's gonna drink and eat her? Woo, sexy. Oh, was it? That makes sense. What is that hat? It's a dwarven pot. It looks like a hat. That's really well done. Whoops, wrong way. The princess let the frog eat from her plate and drink from her cup just as she promised. Okay. So this is following the traditional story of the princess and the frog. Oh, wow. Check out that shower, that bathtub. How awesome is that? That is so well done. Oh, wow. This whole room is gorgeous. I kind of want her to have a postscript of, not really, he was a jackass and she got rid of him. You know? Aw. No, I know. It's supposed to follow the Grimm's fairy tales, so that makes sense. Well done. All right. And with that, I'm going to call it. I am sick. I'm sorry. I appreciate your time, and I will catch you all tomorrow. And happy New Year's Day. Be safe. Don't get too wasted again. And I'll talk to you guys later. And have a good one.